This is Adam Bilby, presenting RetroCollect Sprint 3 Progress. For the search functionality, the first epic story I wanted to expand upon this week was, as a user, I want to be able to search for a game by general criteria so that I may view a list of games with similar criteria. What we wanted to add was image functionality so we could see the images of the games. This could help people search for games if they can't remember the title and name. So as a user, I want to be able to view cover images of all games that appear as search results so that I may identify games visually. The target criteria was when the search results are displayed, cover images are displayed next to all of them. As you can see, for the search for Zelda, we have cover images for all of these games. The next epic story that I wanted to expand upon was, as a user, I want to be able to search for a game by general criteria so that I may view a list of games with similar criteria. As a user, I want to be able to choose between ordering by date and relevance so that I may find my games more easily. So naturally, they're ordered by date. Then we decided to make a change so that you could also choose to order by relevance, as that's more useful in the default. When the user long clicks the search bar, a menu appears asking by which order results should be displayed. Is the target criteria. As you can see, you can choose one or the other. Choose order by date at first. For the next child story for this is, as a user, I want games to be sorted by relevance so that I do not have to search through games chronologically. When order by relevance is selected from a menu, the search responses are ordered differently. So we'll try Zelda. This is by date descending. And then if I go here and I order by relevance, this is by relevance. So apparently Zelda 2 is the most relevant game as sorted by the API. The next epic story was, as a user, I want to be able to click on games in my search criteria so that to launch a map so that I may find this game locally. As a user, I want to be able to long click a game and from a menu choose to call a map, which will have local game stores near my location so that I may view their locations. The target criteria is that from a long click fragment, select show local stores appears and it will show a map after clicking on it. As you can see, this is actually in the emulator using the Google headquarters coordinates. However, you can see the location of a GameStop right there. Thank you very much.
Haseeb Amin with the collection functionality. Epic user story. As a collector, I want to long press on my game so that I may view multiple options. Child user story. As a user, I want to be able to view walkthroughs for games in my collection so that I may use these walkthroughs. Acceptance criteria. Dialog contains options for walkthrough, which opens a walkthrough search. Go to our collection. We'll click Dragon Ball Z, walkthroughs, and a search opens, and we could select our system and which one we want to use. As a user, I want to be able to move my games in my wishlist to my collection so that I may sort them properly. Acceptance criteria. Dialog contains option to move game from wishlist to collection. So we go to the wishlist. We'll select Mario Strikers Charged. Move it to the collection. It's no longer in the wish list, but it is in the collection. As a user, I want to be able to remove games from either my collection or wish list so that I may be rid of them. Acceptance criteria. Dialog contains option to remove game. Let's click Mario Strikers Charged again. Remove it from the collection. It's no longer there. Go to the wish list. We'll do Mario Power Tennis. Remove it from the wish list. And it's gone. As a collector, I want my games to be sorted so that they're easy to navigate. As a user, I want my games to be sorted alphabetically as soon as I open either collection so that they are in order. Acceptance criteria. Games are sorted as soon as activity opens. We open the collection and we see that they are in order from first to last, D through Z. As a user, I want to be able to store my games either by rating or alphabetically on demand so that I may have control over how they are sorted. Acceptance criteria. Menu option allows users to choose sort method. We click this menu, we can click by rating, and the highest rated game is on top, or we can go back to alphabetical.
Hello, my name is Garrett Clement, and I'm here to show you the local merchant activity and what we got done during this sprint. User story. As a map, I want to use the device's GPS location so that I can show the user local game stores around him or her. Acceptance criteria. Show 2 different GPS locations and the stores that are around them. So we'll set the emulator's GPS location somewhere in Edmond, Oklahoma, and press the local merchants button. We can see the stores surrounding this GPS location. Now we'll change the coordinates to somewhere in Moore, Oklahoma, and launch the local merchants activity again. Now we can see that we're in Moore, but we have some other stores surrounding our GPS location. Second user story. As a user, I want to be prompted to turn on my GPS so that I do not have to search for it. Acceptance criteria. When the map is launched, prompt the user to turn on their GPS if it is currently deactivated. So let's deactivate our GPS. Launch the local merchants activity, and you can see that we're prompted and told to use this feature, you must enable your GPS. Third user story. As a map, I want to be able to redirect the user if they do not enable their GPS, so that the user cannot access me without it activated. Acceptance criteria. When the return button is clicked, return the user to the previous activity, else if the GPS is activated, show the local game stores. So, we can click the return button and we get taken to our previous activity. Now let us enable our GPS location. And go back to the map activity, and you can see that we're here in Moore, Oklahoma again with stores surrounding us.
Hello, this is Nicholas Clemmons, and this is my Sprint 3 progress. The first epic user story in this week's sprint is that, as an application, I want to have my own unique theme so that I look professional and cohesive. The first child user story within the epic user story is that as an application, I want to have my own unique icon so that I'm easy for the user to identify. Acceptance criteria. The RetroCollect application has its own unique application icon. As you can see on the home screen of this device, we have a custom RetroCollect icon so that the user can identify the app easily. As you can see, when it's clicked, the app launches. Second child user story is that as a theme, I want to have my own color scheme so that I'm unique. The acceptance criteria are that the RetroCollect application has its own unique color scheme in accordance with material design. As you can see, we've gone with an orange theme and dark text. This is to emulate a retro feel as a classic game system. As you can see, it's throughout the app, so when you go to search, it's orange. Go to the collection, it's orange. And the wish list. The next epic user story is that as a game I want to get extra details about myself from the internet so that I can display them to the user. The child user story is that as a game I want to contain my cover image so that the user can know what I look like. The acceptance criteria are that when displayed, the game must display its cover image. As you can see, we'll go into the collection and select a game. We'll select Kirby's Adventure. As you can see, the image is displayed in a high resolution view so the user can see what the game looks like. We'll try it with another one. We'll try Pac-Man. Try one more. We'll try Zork. As you can see, it's displayed on the screen. Thank you for watching.